So good evening, everybody. I'm going to talk really loud. The microphones are locked up, so I don't have access to them, so I think we should be okay. So again, good evening. Welcome to the New Ulm Human Rights Commission Awards Ceremony. Thank you all for coming. We're really excited to celebrate these individuals in the organization that were nominated, that they make a meaningful difference in our community. The New Ulm Human Rights Commission was founded in 1970, so we're the oldest human rights commission in the state of Minnesota, so we're super proud of that. Our mission is that we secure for all individuals equal opportunity to employment, housing, public accommodations, public service, and education, and to secure full participation in the affairs of this community by assisting the State Department of Human Rights and by advising the city on long-range programs to improve human relations in the city. And through education, advocacy, and collaboration, the Commission strives to ensure that every person in our community feels valued and included. Part of this mission has come to be the annual Human Rights Award, which we're here to celebrate today. We seek nominations from our community members to recognize individuals and organizations within our community that work towards social justice and the betterment of life for protected individuals, or whoever makes significant contributions to the preservation and advancement of human rights. We received several nominations this year, and we give the awards to an organization and individual, and then this year we had 2 individuals that tied. So we received the nominations, we review them at our commission meetings, and then we vote. So we have 2 individuals and then an organization that were chosen to receive this award this year. That's super exciting. It's really exciting to get a lot of nominations and to see the great work in the community. Even though there are 3 people selected, there are a lot of great nominations, and there's so much important work going on in this community to advocate for human rights and for everybody in our community. So for this year, we're honoring Allie Gibbs as an individual, Betty Euling as an individual, and the Grand Center for Culture and Arts as an organization. Their actions embody those values, and those contributions have helped to make New Ulm a more inclusive place. So we're really proud of our individuals and our organizations. So we'll read each nomination. So each person had a person who nominated them, and we'll invite each recipient to the stage to accept their award and be recognized for their impact on our community. So we'll do Allie Gibbs first. And so Jamie nominated her.
All right, I can speak loud, so it's not a problem. Allie is someone who is always fighting for the rights of others. She helps people to see what they wouldn't normally see and proudly stands up for people who need it. Allie is active in the community for the cause of equity and inclusion and weaves it into everyday conversations she has on a regular basis. Allie makes me a better person every day, and she's well deserving of this award.
Well, since there's no microphone, I won't go on and on and on. Otherwise I would.
Either way.
Thank you, this is pretty cool. I didn't realize that this was the oldest Human Rights Commission in the state. That's also very cool. Thank you to Jamie for nominating me, and also Eileen and Ginny for nominating other worthy people and organizations. It's pretty cool to be up here in good company with them. And for everyone who serves on the commission and noticing the value of this important work in our community. I'm grateful to be a part of a community that apparently has had quite a long-standing priority of human rights. So, thank you.
Thank you very much. All right, so then our second award is to Betty Euling, and I hope I'm saying your name correctly. So we'll have that nomination. Eileen? Yep, she nominated herself.
I nominated Betty Euling, and I too have had the privilege of working both with Allie and Betty too, so it's a great privilege to know them both. I nominated Betty for the Human Rights Award. Betty dedicated her position as the ECFE coordinator for District 88 and for the betterment of every young child in this community as well as their whole family. Betty created educational opportunities that strengthened the well-being of young children and through parenthood. She gave her time also as the district human rights officer and was always very dedicated to the rights and well-being of her employees and the young students with or without disabilities in our district. Please consider Betty's lifelong work for children and for this award. Thanks, Betty.
I'd like to thank Miss Eileen for nominating me and for the commission for recognizing the individuals and organizations in our community that while I always strive to offer programming that for all families in our community, to make all families feel welcome and to support all the staff, I really have to say that it's the staff who then built those connections with the families that made them want to keep coming back. So thank you, and thank you to all the staff.
And then we have our organization that was nominated, so that's the Grand Center for Culture and Arts, and Ginny was the one that nominated them. She wants to come up and read that nomination.
Hi. All right. I nominated the Grand Center for Arts and Culture because they are the only organization in town that I have ever seen with a cultural equity statement. And it's very cool, and you should go read it if you've never read it. The Grand openly acknowledges systems of power and oppression against particular groups of individuals, and as an organization, they actively work to provide programming and showcase arts and culture that brings to light and fights against those systems of power and oppression. In their programming, the Grand is extraordinarily welcoming to all individuals. Each week, they provide live music in the cabaret that is sometimes not the typical live music heard around town, and they do not charge the public to attend these performances, although they are a 501c3 and would happily accept your donation in the box at the front of the room. The artists featured in their gallery and the artists in residence are of a wide variety of backgrounds, again providing a unique experience and an added benefit to our community. Because of their mission and their actions, the Grand Center for Arts and Culture is a perfect fit for this award.
They're sending, I was gonna say, they're sending you alone.
This is a wonderful surprise. Thank you. It's a group effort. You know, we're really privileged and honored to be able to support this sort of work in our community. I normally start out by saying something in the first language. Halmi takiyape, opida tanka ampetu washtelo, itakia washman. So I greet you with a good heart and a handshake. It's the language of the Dakota people that are on Dakota land. And it's, I think, the times that we live in, how did we get to this place where neighbors don't talk to each other? It's sometimes unnerving, and so rather than focusing on those things that I don't really have control over, focus on what we can do together as a community. And so I have an amazing staff and board members and volunteers. Janelle's with us as well. They've been around a lot longer than I have. But we just, we want to have a place that's welcoming to everybody. Doesn't matter your age, your gender, what your background is. Everybody should have a chance to support and enjoy the arts. And I believe that arts are not a luxury. They're intrinsic to who we are as human beings. And when you see young people at kids camp and creating things, or down in Cellar Press, you see them light up. And I think, unfortunately, in our schools, a lot of that arts funding has been cut. And so I think New Ulm is an amazing community to have a place like this. A lot of communities don't have that. To have an arts and cultural center in a place the size of New Ulm, it's really extraordinary. And it's a treasure not just for New Ulm, but it's a treasure regionally. We have people coming from all around the state to enjoy the arts. And so I'm privileged and honored to work with some amazing staff. Olivia Norquist is our marketing and programming coordinator. Tegan Daly is just back from her artist residency. We're all artists in our own rights. And Tegan is the Solid Press coordinator and programming coordinator down in our Solid Press. Joe Wentworth is new with us. He's just joined in operations support, but he's also a singer-songwriter. And so we're artists in our own right, and we love supporting the arts. We're really honored and thrilled. And so Maggie Schwab has been here a lot longer than any of us. She's been here since the beginning and was involved in on our board.
Since there were holes in the floor.
Lots of stories. So I waltzed into this 2.5 years ago, and it's beautiful. But it was 25 years, and lots of investment, a lot of people, a lot of donors. It takes a lot of resources to keep something like this going. And so as a 501c3 nonprofit, as Jenny alluded to, we rely on the generosity of our neighbors. And so thank you, Wapita Tonka, and let you guys say something about what it is that you like working at the Grand.
Oh, I have been thinking about what I'm going to say, and I guess just as an art major, there's kind of this myth that you have to move to the big city to get a career in the arts, and I'm just so thankful I wanted to stay in southern Minnesota, and a lot of my friends kind of doubted I'd be able to find a job, but I've found this amazing job at the Grand, and there's just such support for the arts here in New Ulm, and I just I'm thankful to live in a place that is so generous and welcoming, and has a commission like this too. I mean, it's incredible. So I'm just so thankful for what Maggie and Ann and all of this that's been put together with the Grand. So I'm lucky and thankful to be here.
Yeah, and I've been remiss because without Ann Makepeace, many of you know Ann. Ann's a force. She couldn't be with us tonight. She's moved up to St. Paul. She's actually finally retiring, well deserved. But the tenacity of her work and her family and the investment, we're really blessed to have this opportunity. So thank you. Joe, Keegan?
Well, I did not think about what to say because I didn't know I'd be up here. But I could just say I continue to be pleasantly surprised by this community. I'm not from here. I moved here for this job, and kind of like Olivia said, I've been really interested to see how many people in this community are supportive of the arts, even if they don't consider themselves artists. They're interested in what we're doing at the Grand and open-minded about our artists and residents that we bring in from other parts of the state who maybe have a different background than people here. And that's been really great to see and be a part of. So thank you.
We also have our first grandbaby on the way. Joe?
Yeah. Well, I've only been at the Grand for a couple of months, but just briefly, one of the things that has been so amazing and impressive to me and makes it an inspiring place to work is it's clear that everybody in that organization, I know best the staff, but I know on the board and our volunteers and everything else does what they do for the place for a bigger a bigger vision and a bigger picture. To do all the things that Jen was talking about, and to bring the arts to more people, to improve the state of the world by bringing the arts to people, and that belief is just kept so alive on a day-to-day basis by everybody at the Grand. So it's been an inspiring place to start working. And thank you to the Grand for everything that the place does and has done.
Well, all I can say is it's been a great place to be a volunteer for the last 25 years. I got involved because we all know New Ulm is also very sports oriented, which is wonderful. But I had 2 children that didn't want to touch a ball for a thing. and when Ann contacted me to come to her first meeting in the old building, what can we do? I thought, well, here's something kids can do that are a little alternative or aren't into sports, but what's really great is that our kids' sports, some kids leave our camp to run to get their baseball uniform on. And so it's nice to have a chance they can experience everything they want to experience. And it is nice to just have the community there and the non-competitive air there. Just whatever you create is wonderful, and take it home, and it's just a nice place for anybody to come and try whatever they want. We've had people that came in and didn't know they were artistic, and now they come and they volunteered and sell a press and didn't know that they could do something. And that's children through adults into their 60s and 70s that come and experience something the first time, and now they have a new hobby. So. And you got to get the word out. We are not. People still say, to come to the music, I have to be a member, right? No, it's open to the public. Come in Friday night, see what we have to offer. Might make you want to become a member, but we are not a closed center. We are open to the public, and please tell people that, because I still get asked that. So that's it. Yeah.
Congratulations to our award recipients. This community wouldn't be what it is without people like you. We appreciate all the people who submitted nominations. If you know somebody for next year, we advertise when we're ready to accept nominations for for this year's Human Rights Award, and then the ceremony is the following year. So if you know somebody you should nominate, please keep that in mind. The nomination is just a form that you fill out with your information, and it gets submitted to us through City Hall. There's a lot of work going on with the Human Rights Commission. We do have, I'm just going to put a plug in for this because it's next week. We have an educational series. We're on our 3rd one. It's called Living Without Limits. We find challenges that different people in our communities experience, and then we have a panel of people who have that challenge, work with people with that challenge, or care for people with that challenge, and we ask them questions, and then we have an open Q&A. It's at the library on July 1st at 6 p.m. And it's open to the public. It will be live streamed, or it won't be live streamed. It will be on YouTube after, but it's just, we've learned a ton. Our first one was on vision impairment. Our second one was on autism, and those are available on YouTube. And then the session coming up is on cognitive and developmental delays. So if you're available, please join us for that. It's open to the public and super educational, and just kind of opens your eyes to all the diversity and different things that we have within our own community that need support. Again, the Human Rights Commission is very active in New Ulm. We've been around since 1970. We don't have any current openings on the commission, but to become a commission member, once there's an opening, you just reach out to the mayor and submit your application to be a member of the commission. It's a 3-year term. You can serve 2 terms, so there will be positions opening throughout the years. So if that's something you'd be interested in, please keep that in mind. It's very easy and very rewarding. We learn a lot about the community. We get a lot of feedback. We get to do a lot of fun activities. We get to hand out the Human Rights Awards. So there's lots of good things that the commission is doing every day, kind of behind the scenes. So thank you all. We have just little snacks and refreshments, so please feel free to take a couple and enjoy. Thank you all.